Hey guys, welcome in Slot Channels In Depth. I'm your host, RhinoMan, and today's show is a little bit of off take from yesterday's show. We had a lot of engagement in yesterday's show, so many questions that were in the chat that I could not get to live, but I'm going to address those today. First, as I always do, the topic for yesterday was, do you think sub counts makes a difference in quality? And then I got into my three questions like I normally do. And it sort of took off from there. So I'm going to repeat those three questions that I had from yesterday's show. And then we're going to jump into the questions that I received from you, the viewers. And then we're going to talk about those. Some of those were really good questions, and some of them had a lot of insight. But first, hey, it is Monday afternoon. I can't think of a better time to enjoy an ice cold Corona. Corona Extra, La Cerveza Más Fina. Hey, that's how I think. Oh man, that makes Monday all the better. Anyway, guys, so the questions I asked yesterday were this. Why do you choose not to watch a channel? That was question number one. Why do you choose not to watch a channel? And we had some good responses to that. Question number two, do you prefer quality over quantity? Another good question. Hey, and then the third question was, after you choose not to watch a slot channel or not to watch a channel or not to go to some place, what does it take to get you to come back? Those are all good questions, and we're going to jump into some of the answers that you the viewers, you the channels, you the people, the degens, the nation of gamblers, whatever you want. I haven't come up with a name yet, and maybe that'll be a contest on the channel to come up for a name for you, the RhinoMan viewers. Anyway, so I will jump right into it. And this came basically because I got a lot of response from yesterday. What's going on with this hat? Okay, there we go. Why did I end the show so early when there was so much engagement? Little Dutchie said, she wanted to keep going with that, but I'm trying to value your time. And I said, this is going to be a 30-minute show. So I was trying to keep it at that 30-minute show. I would have loved to keep going on and talking about everything that we did yesterday. Little Dutchie, maybe Rhino's Rowdies. Hey, I Rhino's Roadies. Hey, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna jump in first. Let me do this. New subs. I didn't have any new subs after yesterday's show that came on, but I still have to keep recognizing my subs. And in the comments, I did see a comment from one of my subs that said they were going to cancel and resubscribe to be at the top of the list. You don't need to do that. I'm going to go back and recognize all of you. Take the money and run. That was one of my first subscribers there. Slots of Love, Kelvin James, Steven, Lisa Vegas, DJ Starman 69, in the kitchen with Karen. That's the comment right there. You don't have to worry, Karen. You're on the banner, so you're good to go. Hey, who's in the chat right now? Let's see. I saw the Gambler After Dark. Hey, Gambler After Dark. And in case you didn't know, this is the pinned question that I got from yesterday. Not really a question, a statement about quality of videos. If it is a quality channel, the sub count will increase. Sub count doesn't make quality. Quality is the result. Quality is the result of the difference. Is quality is the result of quality. So there you go. Thank you, Robert Kozinski, for that. The Gambler After Dark, Lucky Obsession, suck it up, girl. Yoshi Slots, thank you for coming in. Bradley Jones, Sister Yoshi, always appreciate it. Danny D, the Cool Scratcher fan, thank you. I can't wait till once you get your shirt or whatever it is you ordered, please take a picture and send it to me. I would love to put that on the channel. Thank you very much for that. Duncan Fornes, what's going on, son? Love you. Bradley Jones again. Nene Slots, thank you for coming in. Little Dutchie, Stacia Slot Channel, Doris, Kersey. I think that's right, Kersey. If I'm wrong, just give me a thumbs down. I'll figure out how to pronounce it before tomorrow's show. Nene Slots again. Let's see, everybody. I think that accounts pretty much for everybody, although I'm way behind. Let me see here. Gamblers Unknown. Okay, now let's get this party started. Okay, yesterday Becky A says viewers channels not getting shout outs while they're live. They should be okay with that. I agree. You shouldn't be going on to channels just to get a shout out. You should be going on there to watch their entertainment and to see and to show your support and let them know that you're recognizing that they provide some kind of entertainment for you. Penny D, welcome in. Anyone see Melly Love Slots lately? I've been out of town and just wondering. I have not, but I could reach out to her after the show. Going into lives just to get shouts out. Hey, if that's what you do, we're gonna address this again down the road a little bit. But that was one of the questions, and I don't think they should worry about getting shouts out if they're doing it, if they're just going in for the shouts out in the live streams. However, I do believe live streams are the way to go if you are trying to build a relationship with the channel and with the people that are in the chat, obviously. Okay, Broke Gambler Slot says, I'm not subscribed to the big channels. We all know who the big channels are. I'm not going to say anything else about them because they don't support the smaller channels. But I do enjoy watching them, he says. You know what? The way that I think of bigger channels shouting out other channels and recognizing smaller channels and giving them credit is it's more like, I think the channel has to, like I said earlier, build up a relationship with the channel, be in a lot of their lives, comment on their videos, make sure that they're constantly interacting with the channel, whether they're a big channel or a small channel or whatever. Not every channel shouts out everybody that comes in. It's just that they think of it like this. Think of it as you're recommending a friend or somebody for a job. If you do that and that friend messes up and is lousy, then how does that reflect on you? That's sort of the way that the slot channels think, the bigger slot channels. I guess that's how they think. This is my perception of it. But don't hate on them because they're not shouting everybody else out. They had to build up to a certain point anyway. They had to work hard and get that way. And for a channel just to go in and want shout outs from the bigger channels, I don't think it's right. I think you have to build that relationship with the channel first in order to get that. You have to build up some clout and just a little bit of reputation for yourself before they start shouting you out. Stacy, a slot channel. I think the point was to show respect, but not expected. There'd only be one channel I know otherwise I knew about them due to subs. No, and I agree 100%. That's the way to get introduced to a lot of different slot channels is by engaging with the other channels. But I said it takes some time to do it. You can't just jump into somebody's live and expect them to shout you out, even if they don't know who you are. I don't think the shout out even works that well if they don't say something about your channel. Usually when I try and do a shout out for somebody, I know of the channel. So I could tell you off the top of my head, hey, the Yoshis, if you like 4 different personalities, go check out the Yoshi show because they have 4 different personalities. They got Yoshi, Mrs. Yoshi, Mama Yoshi, and Sister Yoshi, and they all take turns in the video, and they're all in one group. So I could say something about them, and then the shout out means something a little bit more because I'm saying something about the channel. You know that I've watched the channel instead of somebody just coming into the chat and me saying, hey, go check out this channel. If I don't know anything about the channel, I can't give you any good advice about it. I can't tell you anything else. I could just say, hey, there's this channel in here. You should go check it out. YouTube algorithm sends out suggestions based on sub count and views, right? So yes, sub count is important. You know, Stacia, you're partially right, but YouTube also sends out suggested videos based on what you've watched in the past. So if you watch a certain slot channel, they're always going to send you those slot channel videos. They might send you a few new ones here and there, sporadically. However, they might not. Jackpot Jesse, thank you for coming in. First time I've seen you in here. Thank you for coming into the show. So they might, you're absolutely right there, but just think about it this way. Slot channels, the bigger slot channels, they don't want to just recommend somebody if they don't know the content. So you build that relationship by going into their lives and interacting with them before they could shout you out, and stuff. Let's see. If you're a married man, you already have a deal with four personalities. LOL. Hey, I get you, Gamblers Unknown. Sometimes it's 6 or 8, just depending on who you're dealing with there. I want to get to Bradley Jones's comment yesterday. The bigger challenge, the bigger channels really don't have competition. Their subscribers are way more than other channels. No one is going to catch them. That's where I think you're absolutely wrong, Bradley. I think as a channel is bigger, they have more competition, especially with the bigger channels. And you cannot say that nobody's going to catch them, because I see a lot of channels that are growing rapidly. There's a channel that just came into the slot channel niche not too long ago, and they built up like 9,000 subscribers like that. However, they have another channel that has 1.2 million subscribers. So eventually the bigger slot channels will be caught, but the competition at that level is so fierce. I would never tell you not to watch those channels, because a lot of them are good. And to get to the point, the other point about, bigger channels not helping out little channels, I think that's completely wrong. There's a lot of great bigger channels. NJ Slot Guy, he shouts out everybody. Filthy Slot Channel. The people that I've had on the show, they do the show knowing that I only have like 1,800 subscribers compared to 1,500, 1,100, whatever it is. They're 11,000, 15,000, and so on and so forth. They do the channel because they are doing it to help me and help spread the recognition for different channels that are out there. Gamblers Unknown, Bradley Jones is someone they have a competition with on Facebook, and they never expected it. New channels can come out of nowhere and take views away. You're absolutely right. And I think the competition is more fierce at the higher, the bigger the channel is. It's a little bit more fierce, because it means a lot more when you're talking about channels that are up in the thousands and thousands of viewers. Every single viewer matters. Every single subscriber matters, because if you figure there's one new subscriber, that one new subscriber is watching multiple videos at a time, whereas maybe some of their older subscribers have already watched those videos, and they're just up to date and keeping current with all of the new stuff that's coming out. That's one way to think about it. So I think the competition is fiercer for the top channels. Top Dollar Mike is another one. He didn't have to come in and do the show, but he did it because he loves the community. He loves helping out all of the channels. So I can definitely tell you, the competition is much fiercer at the higher the channel subscriber count is. Just look at the big jackpot. Look at Brian Christopher. Look at SD Guy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Look at Easy Life Slot Jackpots. I mean, there's competition at that level, to the point where they're buying for every single subscriber out there. So that was a good question, From Bradley Jones. Um, as a viewer, this is coming from Scotty H Town. As a viewer, he dislikes the moment when channels start to sell something. But Scotty H Town, we're out here. Think of it this way: this YouTube channel is my business, and the product is right here. The product is me. I'm giving you some kind of either entertainment, education, help, or something that you guys are buying by being in here and clicking on the chat. Um, that's my product to you, and I'm always trying to improve that product and make it better. Penny D says, "Top dollar, Mike." Who? Yeah, exactly. TL Slots, thank you for coming in. Um, so that is part of what we're selling. But I know your point, Scotty H Town. You have channels out there, specific channels that say, "Hey, you want to know how to win on Dragon League? I could give you this thing. Click on click in my bio, go to my course. I'll email you, and yeah, we could do this, and you too can win. Hey, just like that." Um, so there are channels out there and there are people out there that try and sell you a winning strategy. Do you think if there was actually a winning strategy out there, people wouldn't already have it? New England Scratcher, hey, what's going on, bro? Thank you for coming in. Do you think if there was a winning strategy out there, somebody wouldn't already have it, and we would already be seeing the residuals from that? Some channels are whoa, sorry, Bradley Jones. Some channels um, are selling from the moment they go live. Um, be sparse with the sales pitch. Hey, you're you're absolutely correct, Bradley Jones. But while you're here, I do have a store that you guys can purchase. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Um, RhinoMan, you and your channel are pure class, my friend. Thank you. Um, so there you go. That's that point. I understand you don't like the pitch all the time. You don't like to have people try and sell you something, and you don't watch YouTube videos to try and buy something unless you're specifically looking for that. I get that. Let's see who else. Stacy a Slot Channel says she doesn't watch. Um, she doesn't know about them because of, well, she only knows about certain channels because of the Nightcap series, and she's gotten to know them from me. And that's why I do the Nightcap series, is because I want to introduce you to the channel behind the channel, the person, the creator. You get to know them a little bit better. You may find out that their personality might be different than what's coming across on the screen. You might like that a little bit more. So that's why I like doing those, because one, it's interesting for you guys to watch about the creators, but two, it's beautiful for me to interact with them and get to meet them and get to understand them on a different level. Miss Blink Thing 123 213. Thank you for coming in. I always wanted to know why you have a 213 area code. I don't believe I asked you on the show, but 213 is a LA area code. Nene Slots, I met top. Let me put this on there. I met a top slot player when he came to Potawatomi, not Mr. Hampe, and he had zero personality, very strange person, and made no eye contact. After that encounter, I will not watch their channel. Hey, I don't want you to put anybody on blast, but not everybody's channel is for everybody. And the same thing goes in person, may be different than what they're showing on the screen. So you might not have that same interaction that you built up in your mind. And that's the question that I have, because a lot of people that are watching slot channels, they have a preconceived notion of what that person's like and what that person does. So getting to know the people behind the scenes is a little bit better. Becky A says she likes the personalization. If they never show their face, just something just doesn't rub her right about a channel that never shows their face. Yeah, true, but there's reasons for that. It could be personal reasons, it could be work reasons, it could be reasons that, Kissy Cat is one of those. I wonder if the casino gives them all that money. LOL. They don't give them all that money. That's for sure. Randy the Slot Wizard said, um, if a chance has if a channel has very little entertainment and content, the creator does not have a good personality, I won't watch. So for him, it's two things. It has to have, entertaining content, or the creator has to be entertaining, have a good personality for him to watch. um, let's see. I met Bradley Jones says, I met about 40 slot channels since I met about 40 slot channels since I am a Vegas local, and they all have been cool initially. Some turned out to be douches, but initially they were cordial. Hey, it happens. It happens, and I don't make excuses for anybody out there. I mean, you have to make your own judgments on the channels you watch, and if you want to support them as a viewer. Jane, I like Filthy Slot. He's always promotes other channels. Yes, he does. He does, Jane. Absolutely. And he was a great guest to have on the show. J Real says, uh, topics for your show is okay to. This is a topic that we're going to talk about. I'll go back to that one later. Um, Buddha Edwin Edbart, creators should have personality and be themselves. We all like watching gambling, but it's fun to have them engage with your viewers too. Good point. Um, Wait, let's get to Little Dutchy. Little Dutchy had another one. I'm sorry, I'm missing this. I met these slot channels from your Nightcap series and Slot Savvy streams. That's absolutely wonderful. I'm glad you're watching both. Let's see, and I did see my opinion. I think channels should show the losses and the wins. It is the real reality of gambling. It is the real reality of gambling, especially on the videos. Hey, you know what? But here's the thing. I've put videos out that I don't win and nobody watches them. So it's a two-edged sword for the creator. The creator is putting out content and showing the reality of winning and losing. However, the losing videos don't get as much as the grand videos. We already know that. But just know, for every winning video you see, there the creator themselves, and all of the creators will acknowledge this outright. They have about 10 or 12 losing sessions, not just videos, but sessions. And sessions cost a lot more. I have heard that about losing slot videos. Bradley Jones says, yes, you're absolutely correct. Um, so there's that. Let's see what else we had yesterday. Um, Here we go. Bradley Jones again. I stopped watching most high limit channels. Very repetitive and boring. It won't matter if they lose because they have a big bankroll. But then again, there you go. The losses, if they lose, it's still entertaining because they're betting so high. And I do believe Stacey's slot channel said the same thing. I'm sorry, I'm going back through my notes here. It was Little Dutchy. She enjoys watching. The bigger slot channels, but it doesn't really matter. She likes watching the lives as they're losing the seat of their. Or I'm sorry, I'm doing that injustice. She likes those slot channels that live by the seat of their pants, that waste a lot of money playing slots. Gambler Unknown says, exactly, top dollar Mike, Atlantic City Video Poker. I put one out and I got told to stop wasting people's time. It's true. It's a double-edged sword. You can't win, you can't lose, because you have everything going on. J Real Slot says, what makes a channel lame is their ego and showing fake emotion when they win. Plus, they have their own little clicks. I understand their own little clicks, but the ego and the fake emotion when they win. That's why you have to be real. You have to be yourself. Um, you always have to be yourself, especially when you're doing one of these channels. Rhino Man, I love watching slot channels that are real. Absolutely. It's just like the comment that I said. Um, if you're not being yourself, you're not being true to yourself. And how long can you keep up that charade? I'll tell you this: the channels that are giving you the fake emotion when they win, they're trying to give you that same fake emotion when they're not winning, and it just doesn't come across the same way. Thank you, Chris and Lou Slots, for coming in. Hey, and I haven't seen Robert Kaczynski in here. If he does pop up, I can't see because I'm on StreamYard. And Robert, you are now a mod. As you said, you wouldn't subscribe to my channel any longer unless you were a mod. There you go, bro. You got your wish. Um, let's see here. Rocket 18181. Every channel has their own goals and objectives. Quality matters, but also respect and interaction with the other channels does matter too. That's a true story. Let's see. We had so many other ones. Let's see. Broke Gambler Slot says, "How much should it bother me that my sub count is not growing or growing at a slow rate?" It shouldn't bother you at all, bro. Just keep producing content. Keep trying to get better with each video you put out, each live you do, each thing that you interact with your subscribers. Just keep trying to get better, and eventually your channel will take off. It'll hit a point where it'll start growing more rapidly. So I wouldn't worry about the sub count right there. We're going to talk Bradley Jones again. We're going to talk about, I think larger channels need to do a better job at promoting smaller channels. Um, at what level is the bigger question? Shout outs, links and chats, collabs, and so on and so forth. Now here's what I would tell anybody. Jones, stop watching BC because he wins all the time and promotes the casinos at the same time. I get it. I get it. Absolutely. But let's go back to this. You know, some channels are completely, they set their channel up to be support channels. You go in there and they want you to drop your links. They want you to, promote yourself or have somebody else promote yourself in their lives. Naomi Slot channel, she used to do a live every Wednesday where she wanted people to drop their lives in there. And, Slot Sister, she does it on her thing. And there's a lot of channels that want you to drop your stuff in there. The bigger channels, they don't want you to drop your links in their channels. They don't want to do that. They don't know you. They haven't interacted with you. What I would suggest is reach out to them for collabs, or do something that way to get involved with them. Find them at the casino, talk to them, meet them. But they're in no way obligated to push a smaller channel out or to push other channels out. They're trying to build and build, and the competition, like I said, at that level is huge. They're competing for every single person. Chris and Lou Slots is another one. She said, "I hid Scratch It to Riches by mistake. Sorry, Scratch It to Riches. You could come. You could come back in." Um, but here's the thing. There's channels that do promote other channels and they grow based on that. But by no means, the bigger channels, they watch your content. I probably have 2 or 3 big channels in here that are watching this show right now. They're not going to comment. They're not going to say anything. And most of them will. But, you know, they help out the channels and the things that built that relationship to them. If I'm a new channel and I go in which I've met NG, and he's a great guy. And I go into NG Slot and I'll say hi. He'll probably recognize my name. He'll probably say something, or he might not. Is that going to hurt my feelings? Hell no. It doesn't bother me if he shouts me out or not, because if I go in there and I just say hi and I start interacting with the chat, maybe 2 or 3 other people will say hi or something like that. Then it's a little bit of a different story. Stacy, a slot channel, LO Bradley. Um, you do a great job moderating on Saturday for the 5 hours usually. Um, Thank you. But you know, they're no obligation to shout out small channels or smaller channels or put links on there. And if you're a smaller channel and you're just looking to get the recognition from the big guys, build it up, get some clout, put some videos out there, put something out there that's going to make somebody say, "Hey, wait, you got to check this guy out." NG didn't know Boba before he started doing YouTube. He didn't know Mr. Mike before they started doing YouTube. You know, they built that relationship because of YouTube. So at one point, NG has always been a big channel, but he was helping out Boba, bringing Boba up, bringing Mr. Mike up. You know, so there is that out there. Scratch it to wishes. I set a target and try and hit that target every month, but it hurts when you lose subs overnight. Um, you know, scratch into riches. I will tell you this about losing subs overnight. And sometimes this is what happens. You'll go into a live, you'll interact with a lot of channels, a lot of other people in there, and then all of a sudden they'll go over to your channel and they'll click yes, 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 but they're not watching your videos. So what YouTube does is YouTube will pull those down and verify that they're not fake accounts, which brings me to the point we were going to talk about earlier that verifies they're not fake accounts. You won't get them all back at once, but slowly they will come back over the next week or so, one or two at a time after they verified them. So here is a topic for a channel, and this is what I want to know. Um, Top Dollar Mike says we all lose subs overnight. This is a topic for a show later on, and I want to know what you guys think about it. Is it okay for a channel to buy subs? You know, subs or views? I say absolutely not. Absolutely, it's a waste of your money because eventually those will all go away, or you'll be banned, or you'll be, you know, your channel will be flagged, or whatever it is. Spinning and winning slots with Blaine says, "Why does this always have to be pushed on competition? Have fun with it." Yeah, no, the competition thing, Blaine, came in from the bigger channels competing. Somebody said that they don't have any competition because they have so many subs. And I said, yeah, they do have a lot of competition. Oh, what? Sorry, guys. This is what happens in a live show. Sorry, I had to take it, but that's what happens with the bigger channels. You know, I could be competitive with a lot of different channels. However, it's this. It's just like a boxing match. You know, it's mutual respect. I shout out other channels that are in my same thing. I don't care. You know what? If you like them, go watch them. If you like what I'm doing, watch me. It's all good. But I just wanted to recap yesterday's because there's a lot of good questions. There's still more that I haven't got to, that I would like to get to. But I do not want to take up much more of your time today, and I'll save this for another episode. But buying subs, hell no. Save your money. It's not worth it. Viewers could spot fakes a mile away. Um, yeah, most scratch into riches. Most channels are pushing to hit that 1K and subs of 4K and watch hours. I would say don't even worry about it because it's not worth it to get to the 1K. Just build up your fan base, build up your viewers, because the stronger that portion of your channel is, when you do finally get there, you will reap more benefits than just trying to get there and have a bunch of people that don't really watch your stuff. I mean, that's my opinion. That's how I feel. You don't make a lot of money. Even the big channels don't really make a lot of money compared to what they're putting in the machines. Every high limit channel out there, they put money in. They get money back from YouTube and it goes right back in. And that's a topic that we'll have later on in this series, for sure. Um, just piss a lot of people off and troll them with troll. come and add your view count. Wait, I didn't see that. Let me see again. Just piss a lot of people off, and the trolls will come and add to. Hey, Top Dollar Mike, he said just piss a lot of people off, and the trolls will come and add to your view count. You know what? I would tell you what. My sub count jumped up 30 points from all of the trolls that I had. I think it was like 35. It jumped up like 35 subs in one night from trolls. Next morning, however, I think it was 30 of them went away. So I had 5 true subs from that actual show, which was beautiful for me, and I loved it. Um, so there you go. Guys, I love doing this. I've already been 35 minutes. I would like to stay on, but I'm gonna respect your time. I'm gonna respect you. I will be back tomorrow. I'm loving doing this series. It's going fantastic for me. I enjoy having you people in here. I got to come up for a name. I like the DJ Nation that Top Dollar Mike, NJ, and them all have over there. Um, I'll come up with something, and I think that we had some good ones in here to begin with. Barbara Castillo, hello. I saw Simon. It's a slot machine. Hey guys, until next time, let the good times roll. And if you have comments or you have suggestions for upcoming topics, leave them in the comment. Message me on Facebook. You know how to get a hold of me. I'm around. Thank you guys. Let the good times roll. Until next time. Love you.